What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. And this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by the tailgate of all tailgates, the one that's coming up here for the Alabama game. Shoot, I'm about to start rebranding stuff. Oh, can't say that, but because Jaden does have it later on in the show. But tailgate then all tailgates. We still have tailgates seats left. I'm going to do my job. It's going to be splendiferous. It's going to be a party. It's going to be all that shit. All that in the bag of chips. Need you guys to do your part. The more tickets you buy, the more lit it will be. Need that to happen. We were Peterborough days away. Oh, so we're 8 days away from the game. I'll be coming in hot, fresh off the road, straight to there. Oh shit. Shout out to Jeremiah Sneed, 22 months. Damn. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good segue right there. We need you to become a colored. If you become a colored, you get a chance to be a part of the college football pick'em, the pigskin pick'em, and the fantasy football league that we will be having for members only. I will drop it into YouTube unless you pay me through Apple Pay or you paid through the MFTK site or however you did that. Then I will send you those links individually right there. A lot of stuff going on with the channel. We will be streaming our first ever high school football game. Cannot be oh God. I watched Bowles played Monarch yesterday. Bowles, Jacksonville School Monarch. My daughter actually went to Monarch. We played Monarch on our when we went on our state championship run last year with Mandarin U. 2 years ago with Mandarin U. Monarch got their asses whooped. A running back that I almost got from Bowles, Xander Edwards' dad played fullback at Notre Dame. Boy, when I tell you, it was because anybody who knows me knows I love a good white running back. It was a thing of beauty watching Xander run. Xander plays lacrosse too, so man, just it was beautiful. Shit. What else did we What else did I know? Oh, they had some good plays. A couple him moments. I'm going to take Xander's long run and I'm going to make it a gospel song. But at the end of it, it's reminiscent of Stone Cold Steve Austin in Longest Yard. I just needed him to go look at Monarch, take his helmet off and say, now that's the way a white man runs the ball. Xander, you would have had, I give you full, as the black delegation, I give you full, and with the permission of Noah Kaniga, we give you permission to do that. Next time it was like 75, 85 yards.
Oh, damn.
Like he was skedaddling. It was great. It was amazing. But I have never heard worse commentary and play-by-play. They didn't know a thing about these motherfuckers. They're saying Xander signed to Ohio State. You can't sign to a college at when you're in high school. And you damn sure can't commit as a sophomore. It's not, they can't even talk to him yet. Like, it's just a lot of things. But anyways, we'll be streaming our game. Hopefully, I'd rather not have commentators than to have that. It was that bad. It was terrible. Like, it was bad. Like, it's just boring too, bland.
That's the worst.
Like the voices, I'm sitting here trying to watch, but this is also why I watch a lot of the things that I watch without, like on mute.
Mm.
Something I thought about doing, because we can't do it within StreamYard, is like doing just when I don't go to a game, watching it live, kind of how you can do in Discord, for members. And then we can just break it down, watch it as a family. But that also kind of throws me off too. But anyways, going back to the tailgate, we need y'all to buy stuff. Helps the channel, helps us be able to do different things in the community. The next thing that we have that we will take the tailgate money for is we'll be going to the hood, doing the turkey drive. I got to move these birds. So we're gonna buy birds, and hopefully we can get the fixings and shit. But we got all kinds of stuff that we do, and then it helps propel the MFTK 7on7 team and a lot of our other mentorship opportunities. Here's what we did the last time we threw a tailgate in Orlando. We had 1,000 people. All your favorite Knowles, Peter Warwick will be there. A bunch of other guys will be there. Rashad Green, I believe, is coming through. Please, I'm just telling you right now, it will be all you can eat and all you can drink. But we will be purchasing based upon what the ticket numbers are and a little generous bump up. So if it runs out, that means, bitch, that was all you could eat at that moment. And all you could drink. Hold on. Man, these boys, what people be asking me for tickets and shit like this. Like this shit is like, this is the wrong game to ask for free shit. Only I can get you is I can hook you up with a tailgate ticket, but damn, 64 beers. See, Lewis is why I can't. That's why I quit. That's a lot of beers, man. White people drink beer. As of right now, there will be no beer at the tailgate provided by Big Game. There will be liquor. You drink like an adult.
Bring beer.
You can bring beer. Bring as much beer as you want to bring.
64.
I would have water and liquor and food and coolers. But I've tried the beer thing and I've learned I ain't really good at that, man. Y'all, I don't do anything. I don't know if I need to put that on a shirt, but I don't do anything that I'm not good at. Oh, okay, cool. Well, anyways, used to. Let's go ahead and start this show off. Jen, what did Leon play last night? What did Leon do? I know Jen Dorsey sons participate in football at over in God's country, Tallahassee. So I was just curious about what those young men did. Hopefully they didn't play Florida High, so I don't have a reason to root against them. But just curious how you boys did. But other than that, let's start our show off the same way we start each and every show off with a word of prayer.
You already know what time it is, dog. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God. God is great. All the time. All the time. Nobody wanna thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Perfect way to go into our Fuck It Friday, or as my guys calls it, STD Fridays. Let's go, and that's what we got. What we talking about today, Jaden?
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the morning edition of Big Games B.S. here on Friday, August 22nd. It is called Big Games B.S. because we bring the good, the bad, and the BS of the sports world, especially football, to your screens. First things first, we have an MFTK segment. We have a birthday to celebrate, which was yesterday. Then we're going to transition into some NCAA talk, starting out with the home team, with the Seminoles. Got some football news to discuss before we get into some major SEC news and also some more fun and popular news and sports segments throughout the college football world. Then we're going to transition to the NFL, look at the final week of preseason games, touch on the Jaguars, talk about some NILs, Knowles in the league, as well as some other popular offseason updates. Then we have our Big Games BS section, where we bring the scope of the conversation outside of the typical football world, but we have some football topics today we want to touch on in this section because we could not go without touching on these topics, as well as some popular culture updates as well. But we do have a birthday to discuss. So yesterday was the one and only B5's birthday. His dad put this up on his social media just for everybody who says he's not what his age is. You see his birthday right there, born 8/21/2010. So he did turn 15. Happy belated, man.
Damn. He was born in 2010. Jeez. That's crazy. He looks older right there, but like yesterday, he looked like a 15-year-old. Like there, he looks older. But like just when he's scrunching up his face, he looks mean, he looks angry. It's a good kid. 2010, I didn't need to know that. I just needed to know like he's 15. I don't need to know what year he was born. You know, it kind of makes it sink in. I had a couple coaches call me. It's funny because you can't talk to the kid. They called me to tell him happy birthday. And you know, he's just he actually seemed happier before his birthday. So today will be his second year on varsity. Hopefully he will be doing a bunch of celebrating in the end zone as the Mandarin University Mustangs play the Creekside Knights. We will see what goes on. It's a game we should win very convincingly, but it's also a rivalry game. We have a young man that made the rivalry even spicier. Brian Harris was at Mandarin for the last 3 years, decided that he wanted to transfer. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Transferred to Creekside, which was a rival. They got spanked by the Bowles School last week. And we will be playing them, and hopefully we'll spank them like we did last year. Game got out of hand really quick last year. Like this is the game where, if you don't remember, the offensive coordinator at Creekside got mad at Toby, and he almost got, like, one of my fondest memories of my guy Monster Bradley Jennings. We were walking away, and then our young coach Christian, he's like, "Hey, y'all gonna let them? Your boy in trouble." And if you ever seen like the 85 South show and like everybody looked like this, me and Monster went over there and we looked, and you see two big black guys just making a beeline right to the guy. Cause I'm like, yo, in most things in life, I'm not the muscle. I have grown. I am so much of a better person. You come to my tailgate, you want to approach me, you ain't got to worry about me. It's the people that you don't know that you got to worry about. They will throw your ass off the top of lot 19. I promise you. One thing we had in Rockbrook, he who can post bail does not go to jail. Now, it's a little bit different in the FHSA high school realm. If I made millions of dollars, Toby Bullock would be good the rest of his life. I don't make millions of dollars, so Toby Bullock cannot be good the rest of his life. That motherfucker need to teach. He need coaching. You know who don't need teaching and coaching? This guy. I will not let Toby Bullock get fired. I will not let his big ass go to the Duval Motel for a little bit. All I ask is that they get me out so that I can get home and that I can negotiate the terms of my surrender later on. But I'll fuck you up over Toby Bullock. So, but anyways, we play Creekside. The goal is to blow the motherfuckers out again. The goal is to have post 4 weeks of unusable, unwatchable film for IMG for week 5 so that we have a chance. But we got whoop ass. I told my running backs, got to get your stats up in these 4 weeks right here, so that, because we probably gonna get much stats week 5. But hey, that's all I got to say about that. But happy birthday to B5. Hopefully he celebrates with 3 touchdowns today.
Now that we got our MFTK section out of the way, let's move into some FSU talk. And football season is around the corner when we have these things right here. First, everybody was going frantic about the field. Just want to give you guys an update. Yes, it is right here. Field is finished. But most importantly, James, we got some content from the one and only Marching Chiefs. That's when you know FSU football is back around the corner. They said on their post yesterday, the block list is set. It's time to climb, starting with the first official war chant of the season.
Go ahead, play that. So for those who are looking for an update, I got one for you. I talked to, for those who don't know, that's my guy right there, David Platt. That's my that's my round. Hey coach, when do you think it's a good time to come and do the war chant again? He said, starting next week, we'll be going every day, 4 to 6 p.m. Now, he did say starting tomorrow, they'll be out on the field at 6 p.m., Friday at 8 a.m., Friday night at 6 p.m. They'll be doing an indoor rehearsal today at 3 p.m., but I can't make it on Fridays. I got to coach. So my goal is to get over there Monday or Tuesday. I got to get through this week because I got to drop off supplies for the tailgate. But I do want to get over there and make sure that war chant is on point. We're going to do the whistle. All of that shit. Shout out to my boy KP, aka Tiny Hat, in the chat. Tiny Hat, Brock Lesnar's daughter had on the red two-piece. I'm just saying, man, it's tough to get around that face. But woo, that body is banging, man. That's a banging body, dog. Like, she's hideous. It was like porcelain. It looked like the have you ever seen the mannequins like in the stores that put the bikinis on? They put the bikini, like that's what her skin looked like. It looked like the sun has never touched her skin. But nah, we gotta get back up there and we gotta get that war chant in. I know I just saw my dog Tiny Hat, but going for that. But Florida State, if I get that going, two things that happen. Again, we're looking like we're gonna get to that Notre Dame level for the tailgate. That means we're looking for a close loss. But hey, that's cool. But we know 600 gets us a close win. 1,000 gets us a decisive victory per the tailgate stats under Mike Norvell. Now, what we can do though is blowing a war chant whistle did get us a 10-3 season. I need to make sure we get to, if we have a 10-3 season, it's gonna be up and we're gonna be lit. So let's go. I got to get over there. I'm gonna fire them up. We're gonna do our thug dizzle. We're gonna put it on camera, and then I'm gonna bring my ass back home to Jacksonville. But what other Florida State news do we have?
Former FSU football player Freddie Stevenson has been feeding the FSU streets. So he recently had an interview with former FSU head coach, national champion Jimbo Fisher, and now he has dropped an official interview with current Florida State head coach Mike Norvell. So we have a quick video right here of Stevenson asking Mike Norvell, how can you bounce back from last season to this season?
To your guys after the year that the team had last year? Well, for us, it's nobody ever wants to go through adversity.
Mhm.
Nobody ever wants to experience failure. And but as you go through life, man, you're going to face the ups and the downs,
Mhm.
and you have to take accountability. You have to be able to go through each experience, and as long as you put everything you had into it, well, then you get a chance to learn from it. You get a chance to reflect. You get a chance to improve. You get a chance to go take the steps necessary to make sure that doesn't ever happen again. That you can grow through those challenging times. And you think about that as a player. You think about that as a coach. You think about that in your life. I mean, it's the ups and downs, but it's how you respond in those situations. That are you going to turn from it and run, or are you going to charge into it and actually make a difference in improving to go be the best that you can be throughout all of it.
Oh shit. I don't know if y'all peeped that, dog. That's a focus mic. There wasn't no stuttering in that. When Mike started, stuttering a little bit, he looking for work. Like Mike said that shit with his whole chest. Oh, we got Miguel Blanco back? Or is this, I don't know which Mike this is. Like I'm getting, oh shoot. All right. Man, hey, all right. One, I want to also, I was 4 years ago, Freddie first started this Trials of Triumph trek. And man, he's done a really good job, man. I feel like I played a small part in that, but putting him with connected him with some people. I gave him the book bags. They did the book bag drop 4 years ago today. And just the man's just been grinding and just been working. And I love the success that he's had in the views and as the channel grows. I don't want nothing from Freddie besides success. That's how Noel should help each other. Love it.
Speaking of Seminoles, James, the ACC network put out this start, bench, cut post revolving around ACC running backs. Well, one team is a newly acquired ACC team. So I want to see what options you are picking for these players right here. So start, bench, and cut, CMC, Travis Etienne Jr., and Dalvin Cook in their respective college years.
And start Dalvin, bench Etienne, cut Christian. Like, if we're talking about college, yeah. Now, if we're talking about pro, reverse order it. But like Dalvin Cook in the ACC was dynamic. Christian McCaffrey never played in the ACC. And the closest thing to Dalvin Cook was Etienne. Everything else, like Cook was a walking bucket. Cook had Miami in hell and Clemson. Matter of fact, we just talked about Freddie. We're a bullshit high-low block on Freddie Stevens. Stevens from like Clemson never really ascended. But as far as his college career, ETN was. I'm only upset with ETN because I have to cover the bullshit every week. You know how hard it is to see somebody who put you in hell for 4 years, made everybody miss, ran by everybody in college. Every fucking year I saw him destroy us. This bitch gets to Jacksonville, can't dodge a light pole. Can't dodge shit. Tripping over his feet, getting hurt. I'm angry. But I actually believe that I think it's going to be a similar situation. Like James Cook has turned out to be a better pro than Dalvin Cook. Better situation for him too, but just similar. I'm just saying. I think Trevor Etienne might be a better pro than Travis. It could be the Georgia Bulldog factor. But hey, all I'm saying is nobody pisses me off more than Travis Etienne. Like, damn, dog. Fucking me up, man. Like, Tank came in this bitch, told that motherfucker, but Tank can't hold on to the goddamn football.
Week 0 of college football is starting this Saturday. So we got some games for you guys right here. So Iowa State kicks off their week 0 game versus Kansas State, and this is the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. So the spread for that game is KSU -3. Then Idaho State plays UNLV on Saturday, as well as Fresno State versus Kansas, and Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky in an ACC game with Stanford versus Hawaii.
Let's see what happens if we do a little. Let me pull out my handy dandy Hard Rock app.
So the spreads for the following games are UNLV -26.5.
UNLV, that's where our boy at right there. Well, not our boy, but former Gator coach, right?
Yes, he is there. And then Kansas, their spread is -13 against Fresno State. Western Kentucky has a -10.5 spread as well. And give me 1 second to verify the Stanford Hawaii spread for you guys. And I think Hawaii has them by a 2.5 point favorite.
So the parlay that I have, they wouldn't let me do. They would not let me bet money line on Idaho State UNLV. I just don't know enough about UNLV to put a 26 point, like to cover that kind of spread, even though I do believe they're going to win. I have Iowa State beating Kansas State in the Cunnilingus Bowl in Ireland. I just like their coach better. Even though Kansas State has a quarterback that I actually like, the Florida State was supposed to be getting. He was on the Domo team a couple years ago. I remember him. I'm taking Kansas over Fresno State. I believe I took Kansas. Let me see, because I already get a bet. I got Western Kentucky winning. And I'm going with Stanford. Don't know shit about Hawaii, though. But I already bet. So, yeah, I had Iowa State straight up. Kansas State. I mean, Kansas with the spread. Oh, shit. I'm feeling bold. Western Kentucky just to win. Stanford to win. And you know what? I went ahead and bet next Thursday's game. Once I win my 4, I'm going to take the money and then do a new bet, right? Because this payout right now give me $832.49. That's the only way. That's the reason why I do parlays. I just like the thrill. It's a little cheap high. But I got South Florida beating Boise State. Hot take. I'm going everything Florida. They're coming to South Florida. They're going to have to actually, I know last time they came to Florida, they had to get the heat, but that was with Willie Taggart's. Like now, South Florida will avenge FSU's loss a few years ago because we have the same letters. But yeah.
Make sure to bet responsibly if you are betting. And yes, you wanted to.
We got to flip that. No, we got to gamble irresponsibly. That's how they make their money, right?
True.
No, I'm just joking.
That is how they make their money. I can't argue with that one, man. But make sure to check out these games on week 0 starting tomorrow for the 2025-2026 college football season kickoff. Now, let's look into some college football, but we're going to look at the video game, and it looks like EA has been listening to the streets and gave the people what they really wanted to see in the game. And that is none other than Eastern Michigan's own Mr. Noah. So they have
tried my connected dog.
So Eastern
62
Michigan
overall.
Yes, Eastern Michigan linebacker was added to College Football 26 in the latest update. And yes, he is a 62 overall. Man. They added him, James. They fed the streets, man. They fed the streets. He's in the game, man. He's in the game. Crazy.
Yeah, that's I like how they is that how it's spelled out? Like isn't that redundant? Like Mike, we already know what other Mike is there in football? Like, why do you need to call it Mike Backer? Like, just say we know he's the Mike, but 62 overall, man. Like, they try to connect it out. You got to be better than that, right?
Definitely has yeah, he can prove it this year for sure.
Yeah, we need him to get better. I was a 65, I believe, my first year. And you know what my friends told me I sucked. And I ended up starting. I was like a starter that year in real life. But the video game had me preseason ranked that high, and they were like, "Oh, you ain't no good. You're only a 65 on the video game, bitch. You ain't on the video game. Like, you playing with me. It's not the other way around." But shout out to my nigga. I got to get a jersey.
Hey yo,
I got to get my hat, get all my gear. You got to dress like a nigga sometimes. Let them know.
Let a naysayer know. Let a naysayer know. For sure. Now, James, speaking of naysayers, we're going to talk about the SEC and the controversial, monumental decision that they decided to implement for the 2026 season. So let's get into the details of SEC's 9-game conference schedule in 2026. So, according to the SEC's X account, the SEC is to implement a 9-game conference football schedule beginning in 2026, reinforcing the SEC's position as the nation's leader in competitive excellence and fan excitement. So, this will continue with a single standings non-divisional structure. Each school will play 3 annual opponents, focus on maintaining many traditional rivalries. Each team's remaining 6 games will rotate among the remaining conference schools. Each team will face every other SEC program at least once every 2 years, and every opponent home and away in 4 years. Also, SEC teams are required to play 1 out-of-conference high-quality game per season. SEC teams are required to schedule at least 1 additional high-quality non-conference from the Atlantic Coast, Big 10 or Big 12 conferences, or Notre Dame each season. So, yeah, that's some updates with that as well. And there was some speculation about this 2 years ago, according to Pat Smith. So, 2 years ago, back when the 9-game schedule was discussed, the SEC office came up with 3 potential annual opponents for each school. Historic rivalries received heavy consideration, as did a formula that analyzed every team's record over the past decade and tried to create some parity. The conference never released or confirmed the opponents, but various outlets reported these matchups for the SEC teams. But let's just stay at home in the state of Florida. Let's go to Florida. Looking at their rivalries with Georgia, makes sense. Oklahoma and South Carolina. Auburn right above them. You have Bama, Georgia, and Vandy. And at the top of the list, you've got Alabama with Auburn, LSU, and Tennessee. So, James, let's just backtrack for a little bit. What are your thoughts on the SEC implementing the 9-game conference schedule for the 2026 season?
Well, they already talked about that. What's going to be interesting is the future games. So, like, will the Georgia FSU home and home still stand? I believe we have Texas A&M that we had just announced. I don't know if those will still stand. You know, I would understand why. You know, but this just goes to show, like, as far as TV, this is a TV deal thing. That's just another week of keeping more TV money in house, because as the SEC network's grown, ABC, ESPN, the relationship with the SEC is going to continue to grow. So that's why you have these things happening with that. I don't mind it. It's partially also, I think the Big Ten is going to shift to something similar to this. It if you're going to play a bullshit game, play a bullshit game in conference. Like beat up on the slappies in your conference, like Vanderbilt, consistently. But I do know this also gives them the opportunity to continue to promote the bullshit that the SEC is just far superior than every other conference, which it isn't. The top teams in the SEC are really, really good. The bottom teams aren't. And I think we got to get away from that, but I can respect it. Now, when you go back to that list that you put up, what I hate about insiders, and hopefully you guys go get a chance to go to the channel and watch the Gator Bowl update so that we could so you can learn how to pick bowl games, right? Me and Greg McGarity will go over the week of college football as it relates to the SEC and the ACC in terms of the Taxslayer Gator Bowl played on December 27th, prime time, 8 p.m. I believe he said ABC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to be on network TV. So you'll see your boy on the sideline on network TV. Florida, they have Florida's 3 rivals, Georgia, Oklahoma, and South Carolina. That would never fly. Florida actually has rivalries in the SEC. They are Georgia, LSU, and South Carolina. Like, there is no reason to same thing with LSU. LSU Bama is an actual rivalry. LSU Florida is an actual rivalry. Like, you don't need to try to recreate the wheel. Oklahoma, Texas is a rival. Like, you got your Big 12 teams, your Oklahoma, your Texas A&M, and the Missouris. Make them play each other. Those are the 3 non-negotiables because those fans are used to those things. Like, don't try to make shit happen. It's like you Florida State fans. Clemson is not a rival. It's not a rivalry if you never win. Clemson is a rival purely because they are getting the better of us right now. When we were on top, Clemson was not a rival. We never got, oh my God, the only reason Clemson was kind of something was because it was the Bowden Bowl. Bobby had to play his son, had to coach against his son. Like, the shit ain't no real, nobody goes, I'm going to Florida State to play against the likes of Clemson. No, Florida and Miami. That's it. That's it. I want to hear that other shit. I'm telling you, as a guy who, coach, you want to know, you ever hear the phrase, coaches, when you get in a tight situation, your asshole is this tight. Coaches, they get tense. Miami and Florida. Do not get tense, Clemson. Miami, Florida, you hear all the other shit. Matter of fact, we played Miami, the 5th game of the season, like what we're doing now. Now, my last 2 years when we shifted into the first game, but that was about money and shit, right? We knew what the old heads told us, hey, man, we beat Miami. We don't have to go full pads no more. We go half. And so, that was the thing. We played Florida end of the year. They playing that shit in the locker room, trying to fuck with you, get on your nerves. That's, that shit like that. And then what's Miami's thing? Bum 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 whatever. Just that dumb shit. They play that shit on repeat, and then you're like, all right. No, we didn't do that for anybody else. That's it. And NC State is just weird. It's weird. Riley's a weird place to play, man. It's weird. Don't know how else to describe it. It looks like all of them Michael Myers movies, like them country ass towns, where you realize the Michael Myers movie were punishing people for having premarital sex. Because all the kids would go in the woods and everything like that, and then they kill them. That's basically all it is, man. It's just the places where they want you to soak. They don't want you fornicating. But anyways, man, stop trying to make rivalries out of shit that ain't rivalries, man. There is real, like what there are good old-fashioned hates. Like if I have to think about the rivalry, it's not a real rivalry. Like, even on the high school level, when you come to Mandarin, you already know you don't like Atlantic Coast. We make it known. I coached at Atlantic Coast, but I let them, it's known. You don't got to think about it. Like, we ain't rivals with Reigns. There was never a rivalry between Reigns and Mandarin. Reigns just wants it to be a rivalry. It's a good program. They just want to, they want somebody else to talk shit to, and we like, bitch, no, you stay over there. Stop trying to make a beef that ain't a beef. When I stepped into the locker room, they let it be known I knew who I was. I magically just hated those guys. And it's an irrational hate. You don't know why you don't like them. You just know you were born in, it's like the Hatfields and McCoys. Just been beefing for years. It's like most gang shit. It's people dying for beefs that they don't even know how it originally started. That's what makes it beautiful. But yeah. Yep. As my boy Anthony would say, fuck everything orange in college. We fucks with the orange. Like I have to wear orange.
Right.
Like fall in the spring. So yeah. All right.
Let's get into some pocket watching, James. I know we just look at some rivalries, and from last year, maybe one could assume, one can conclude that this could be a new rivalry in the making because this man got an M for beating Bama, and that's none other than Diego Pavia. So according to On3, Vanderbilt QB Diego Pavia is set to make north of $2 million this season, James. Whew, I see you shaking your head immediately. So let's get into the discourse, man. Let's get it on.
Nobody pocket watches more than On3. Like I personally be like, yo, man, leave me be On3. Like, why are you putting the spotlight on me? Like, what if I wanted people to think I was broke? But for Diego, because he's not, well, I don't know. Diego got to be Spanish, right? Is he Vato? What kind of Spanish? I like to say. What kind of Spanish is he? But $2 million in Nashville. Oh man, he is living his best life. Like, kudos to him. But $2 million to be the quarterback at Vanderbilt, man. The fuck? Like, the market is fucked. The game is fucked up, man. Vato. Okay. Vatos locos. Muy dinero. Muy pan. Man, Diego probably, you know what? All jokes aside, he's probably having a blast at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to come back. They'll never be able to take that story away from him. He'll be able to, I think that's one of the things that gets slept on the most. Oh, you just went here. Oh, you were just that. But like, if you have an iconic memory at your college, like, let's just put it in perspective. I just use my sons as an example. All Trey has heard about is the Miami touchdown his entire life. Not from me. I wasn't the one who introduced Trey that I played football. Other people, Trey just knew when I walked around Florida State fans, shit got real cool. A lot of shit was given to him. But they'll never be able to take that story away from him. He'll be a legend forever. And now he's a legend with bread. $2 million? That boy living his best life, man. I'm jealous.
Out of that $2 million, what chunk of that do you think resulted from that Bama game, James. So let's just say if he lost to Bama, he would get 800,000. But
Yeah, he'd be like, they pay like, yeah, they pay him like between 6 and 8. If he's really getting $2 million. But like, oh, that's all. 1 point. I go as far as saying 1.25. It's because he beat Bama.
yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Pavia though, getting that chicken, getting that cheese in that black Vandy uniform. Shout out to you. And James, we're going to talk about a new mascot that is on the Bowling Green campus. I don't know if you've seen this, but Front Office Sports posted this TikTok of a Bowling Green player and it went viral. So, after a Bowling Green football player suffered an injury at practice, a player brought a cat to the stadium to boost morale. They named him Pudge, and he now has his own jersey and his own locker. I know it's hard to believe, but we got the video right here for you guys. Let's take a look at it.
Isn't this where our boy is at, Eddie George?
Yep, Eddie George, man. I know he's probably aware of Pudge, but Pudge has been going viral, man. Pudge has been going viral.
I wouldn't do it. It would not happen not on my side. I'd kick that motherfucker. I don't like cats like that. Only kind of cats I like are big cats. Like lions and tigers and shit. Those motherfuckers right there are evil. Like, you know, if you die, like they've been like if you die in your house, like if that guy would have died from the injury, the cat would have more than likely ate his eyes or ate his tongue if nobody found him. They say that's what cats do.
The cat looked like it's about to croak at any second too. I don't know, man. But Pudge has been going viral. Shirts are already being made, and yes, business has begun for Pudge. They're getting that NIL for that CAT. Shout out to.
But you know what? When we went 13-0, we had a goldfish. Weird things happen, man. So like you gotta do what you gotta do to win. So I don't like it, but I also don't like Bowling Green. So I mean, I don't dislike Bowling Green. I just don't care about bowling. This is the most I'll ever talk about Bowling Green.
Respect. And now we are going to move on to the big leagues, and that is the NFL. So I just want to give you guys an update on the final week of preseason games for you preseason NFL fans. So yesterday, the Steelers and Panthers played, as well as the Patriots and the Giants, and we're going to get into the latter. So today we have 4 games: the Eagles, Jets, Falcons, Cowboys, Vikings, Titans, and Bears and Chiefs. And tomorrow you have the Ravens versus Commanders, Colts, Bengals, Rams, Browns, Texans, Lions, Broncos, Saints, Seahawks, Packers, Jags, and Dolphins, Bills versus the Bucks, Chargers versus the Niners, and the Raiders versus the Cardinals. So let's take a look back up top to the Thursday night game between the Patriots and the New York Giants, because the Giants killed the Patriots 42-10, and Jameis recreated an iconic moment with his young buck, as he likes to call him, Jackson Dart. Man, Jameis is just ready for that spotlight at all times. He always knows where the camera is, and that New York market is going to make his post-football career flourish, because this was hilarious.
Colin. Here we go, though.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
No way.
Just go ahead and eat.
But he
that.
knows where the camera is.
Like right into
Oh,
the
my
camera's
goodness.
soul. Colin.
Yes, Jackson Dart fed him a dub, and Jameis ate him a dub, staring into the camera directly into his soul.
Jameis is a national treasure, man. I love that guy, man. It takes a lot of work to hate Jameis Winston. Like, it's more effort to hate him than to like him. Like, he's just genuine. He's just who he is. Like, he's unintentionally funny. Like, it's so effortless. And we need him praying. Like, and unpopular opinion. Can you blow that up? Because I want to see Jackson Dart. Because everybody was like, Jackson Dart was the one that everybody got mad at for getting drafted first. Before Shedeur, right? Did you ever notice that everybody talked about how good Shedeur played, which he did in the one game he played? But nobody's talked about how good Jackson Dart played. Jackson Dart's actually been pretty fucking good for the Giants. Still don't think they're going to win anything. Isn't Sierra's husband on the Giants?
Yes, Russell Wilson is on the Giants.
Has he played?
Yeah, he had a moonball touchdown, I think, their last game, but he's been getting some snaps.
Okay, they just know he's there as a security blanket. So basically, he got a retirement check. He made that move for Sierra's career. New York got more music industry execs and some shit that they can do. It's really them two. That's who everybody wants to see. The Jackson Jameis show.
And they do have the Italian stallion, Mr. DeVito, as well.
He's still there, huh?
Yep.
That's the one we saw at the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, we saw his agent, or he was there with it. I just remember seeing his agent.
Yeah, he was there with his agent. He ended up coming up. The agent was trying to get everybody to talk to Tommy Guns. But it was crazy is nobody knew who the fuck Tommy Guns was. I did, but because I bet on him. And I had to bet that on him. I'm definitely drafting damn, I can't think of his name. The wide receiver now. I just feel like the Giants might be better than what people give them credit for, because they actually have a decent quarterback. So, did you see our boy Johnny Wilson got injured for the year?
Dang, James, you read my mind, because I had that pulled up right here in the show notes since we were discussing NILs, and that stands for Knowles in the league. And yes, we went from a funny Jameis video to some sad, sad news from a Seminole. So, according to Ari Meroff, Eagles wide receiver Johnny Wilson will miss the entire 2025 NFL season with a knee and ankle injury that requires surgery. So Wilson was expected to be a part of Philadelphia's receiver rotation this year. We discussed that looking at the wide receiver options when they traded for John Mechie III. His name was on that list as well. So, man, sucks to see that for the Eagles, and just sucks to hear that as a fan from his college days and even his NFL days. But man, that body's brittle. It can break down at any moment. And man, season can be over just like that, James.
Light skin from California. I'm telling you, man, this is why we got to stop letting these young men drink nut juice. They got to drink milk, whole milk, get you some calcium, so your bones don't be as brittle, man. I'm saddened by this. He was doing really, really well. Hey, but at least he got there. I blame the NCAA. But he wasn't going to play in the game anyway. But he was hurt before the ACC championship. So, but we needed those guys to be able to get in, man. But damn, Johnny, damn. So right now we won't be able to see if the Eagles make the Super Bowl in San Francisco. We won't be able to interview him. Injured guys don't get on the floor. They get to go, but they don't get to they don't do those things.
Man, wishing you a speedy recovery, Johnny, man. Nobody likes to hear the injury news, and it's just sad to see you miss the entire season, but wishing you the best, man. Wishing you the best. Now, went from NILs Now we're going to discuss the home team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So just want to reiterate for you guys that they play tomorrow against the Dolphins in this last week of preseason at 7 p.m. on the NFL Network. But yesterday they had their joint practice with the Dolphins, and things got a little intense because, man, they were squabbling up.
Good.
According to Sleeper Jaguars, there was a big fight that broke out between the Jags and Dolphins in their joint practice, and they said that they were chippy all day. So let's take a look at the 4K footage right here. It's from afar, but you can see the crowd right there in the middle of the screen. I see Brian Thomas Jr. holding somebody back in the right corner of your screen. But yes, man, they were getting active right there. That Florida Heat gonna do something to you, man. That's for sure.
Definitely make you want to squabble.
Definitely make you want to squabble.
They said our defense has been doing pretty good. Our offense has looked pedestrian. And
I heard Trevor
man.
Lawrence wasn't playing the best either, James. I don't know if that's true or not, but I heard he threw a couple pick sixes as well from what I saw online.
I believe it, man. I believe it. Like, everybody gets mad at me. Like, I want Trevor to be successful. This job is a lot easier when the Jags are good. But I heard somebody else was a little bit harsher on Trevor that I retweeted. Actually, if you go look at my Twitter, Jada, it's one of my more recent posts. It's by the what's the name of that thing? By the Ringer. I don't really know what that is. But Bill Simmons is not very high on Trevor Lawrence. But I want you to listen in on what he says and notice that it's something in there that he says that one of my biggest critiques on Trevor. It's not about interceptions or anything else, but listen and see if you can pick up in the comments what I always say about Trevor. He just uses a different word for the same thing.
Trevor Lawrence,
Really?
literally, he was one of my big guys last year. Like big year
He spurned
coming.
you, I can tell.
Yeah, he's also not good. He's
So
not good at football.
You're not willing to wait for the Liam Cohen.
I'm not willing to wait on anything. I don't think he's accurate. I think he throws hospital balls left and right. If I was Brian Thomas Jr.'s family, I'd be terrified every game. I don't think he's a smart quarterback. I think he does dumb especially inside the 20. Like, I forgot until I went through my notes how stupid the Jaguars were last year, where they were like 0-4, and we were like, how is this team 0-4? I just don't think that goes away. I don't think he has it, and I think he's a complete stay away. Not even for $0. I've watched this happen too many times. When these people get infected by being on bad teams for too many years, that's it. It's like gangrene. Your leg falls off. That's right.
How did Sam Darnold win 14 games last year?
Well, Sam Darnold, how many teams was he on? He bounced around.
He had to go to the Niners and be rehabbed.
I think
the
Trevor
Niners
needs
good
to
coaching.
leave Jacksonville before anything good happens for him. There's too much baggage. Liam Cohen had one good year with Baker Mayfield. Everyone's like, oh, Ben Johnson 2.0. Like, are we sure he's even going to be a good coach? And what makes us think Jacksonville is competent anyway? They just traded their entire draft for Travis Hunter.
What exact week did Trevor Lawrence fail you last year's season that you feel this way?
How about all the weeks? Every single week.
Yo.
I mean, I can't say he wasn't wrong.
Again, just the people, like, my biggest critique of his critique is, brother, if you're gonna wear the shirt open, if you have the balls to wear a pink short sleeve shirt, go ahead and wear that bad boy button 2 buttons and let the chest hairs hang out, dog. Like, why are we dressing like a prep in the 90s? Why are we wearing a gray t-shirt, dog? No. Be a man. Let the chest air out. Number 2.
He's not good at football.
You're not willing to wait.
That man said he's just not good at football. Like, wow. And you're not going to talk about, I like to move it like that. We think he's going to be good. Like, Madagascar coach is going to be decent. But when he said Trevor Lawrence throws them hospital balls, I said, yo, I have been saying that since he's been here. Trevor Lawrence will throw you into the infirmary. Like, throw you right into a motherfucker. Like, and all you can do is say Hashemalahs, give you 6 Hail Marys, please, Father, forgive us. Like, he's gonna make you Hamlin at one point in time. All of his critiques are true. I'm just trying to be optimistic about it, but like, it was entertaining though, the way he said it. And then they showed the clip where he threw the interception. It wasn't even third or fourth down. It was unnecessary against the Eagles when we had the Eagles dead to rights. Like, the wheel route was cut off, man. Just throw that shit out the back of the end zone, live to fight another day. What you got to do with Trevor Lawrence is, as somebody, I think the Gingerverse put that in there. He definitely not accurate. That goes back to Clemson. He just played against DBs in college and had enough accuracy to get the ball to Justin Ross and T. Higgins, all guys with incredible catch radiuses. So, like, when you think about that, you'll have to go. It's actually closer than that if you're looking for it. Right there. You got to have a good catch radius to play with Trevor. I'll say this: when you look at the guys they brought in, Brian Thomas Jr. does have a good catch radius. Parker Watson does go up and get the ball. Damani Brown does a pretty good job with that. Travis Hunter, electric with catching the ball. Like, so they went and got guys that could do that. I think they should have probably kept Evan Ingram one more year. That would have been good. But I think if they could get Tank going and they're actually able to play again, get some good top this season, lead with the D, I think they're gonna be fine. And fine meaning NFL standards fine. Like, NFL is the only league where you can be applauded for being average. Like, the goal is to be average, because if you're slightly above average, you're in the playoffs. And that in the playoffs gives you a chance to win. And with the division being as bad as it is, all you got to do is hope he doesn't turn the ball over and, again, get you in some better situations. But Jason Hayes was Mac Jones actually better? Is Mac the reason? I stated this and got crucified. I just made a statement that Mac Jones is smart enough to realize Brian Thomas Jr. is the best fucking receiver on this team. And I said we could tell who don't know ball. We could tell who's never been to a game before. Man, I'm watching this shit in the press box. Mad as fuck. Because I'm doing gambling props on Brian Thomas Jr. The only time I hit my props was when Mac Jones was quarterback. Again, I would love to see it work for Trevor because the Jags invested so much capital, and a quarterback is how you get a coach fired. And either he's going to be he was hired because, one, he was the only one that didn't say no, and we missed out on everybody. But he was hired because of what he did with Baker. And if he cannot do that with Baker, I don't see them giving him a chance with a new quarterback, because his strong suit was in developing quarterbacks that everybody thought was on their last leg. So he has to be what we thought he was in order to stay here. And him and the boy wonder, Robin, James Gladstone, their whole thing is hinged upon this working. So again, what he said was competent, because right now, if it works, it works. Right. But if it doesn't work, you look real fucking stupid, because the draft this year is better, arguably, top to bottom, than last year's draft. So you gave away your first round pick, which I appreciate, because that means I'm probably going to go to Pittsburgh to the draft next year, at least for the first round, because we don't have a first round party anymore because the Jags don't have a fucking pick. And either you're going to look really, really good, and we're going to write stories about it, the legend of Gladstone, and you'll be the new guy that everybody picks from, or you're going to look really dumb. But as Gladstone said, man, fuck them picks.
just to give you guys an update as well, following this preseason game against the Dolphins, Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen confirms that starters will not play versus the Dolphins on Saturday night. Just to reiterate, the starters will not play versus the Dolphins on Saturday night on the NFL Network. So that was
they're going up against good on good is going up against each other in the practice. So that's why they do the joint practices. So that makes sense.
Yes, many coaches, if not all, say that the joint practices mean more to the start of the season than the preseason games, as James just iterated. But that was our discussion of our Jaguars, our 904 team. Let us know what you think in the comments about this upcoming season for the Jags, and specifically if you have any players in mind you want to talk about. Speaking of players, and specifically quarterbacks, let's dive into some news about Shedeur Sanders. So let's get it started. Eric Dickerson was recently on a podcast, and he said the NFL allegedly told teams to not draft Shedeur Sanders, according to, like I said, the Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson. The NFL told teams, don't draft him. Do not draft him. We're going to make an example of him. I watched the clip, heard the clip from Dickerson, and he said that it did come from a very, very reliable source. But James,
you know what? Fuck this shit. Put him on. You know what? We can make this real simple because that's called collusion. And he's testified in public. We've had numerous guys testify in public. I want to know who told you. Because this is the bullshit, this is grandstanding and making clips. Eric Dickerson is a phenomenal running back, one of the best to ever play the game. But stop that shit. Stop it. Or put a name on it, dog. Right. Who told you? So, again, because right now, all you're doing is muck, as the great Teddy Roosevelt used to say, you're just muckraking. That's all you're doing. If you don't have, at this, because again, here's the thing. Why wouldn't you name the name of who told you? Or force the person who has the reliable source. Oh, let's just say James told me that the NFL said this. Well, who told James? Press him. Because it's not right. I'm here. I want to, again, like I always tell people, I want to be mad too. I want to be on your side. Tell me who said it. Or you're complicit. Period. You're just as big a part of the problem as, and this will not help him get playing time. I can tell you that much. And why would they make it, again, just, it fucks up. Shit. There is real racism in the world. There is real racism in the NFL. Is it better? Yes, it is not eradicated because it can't be eradicated because racism is a system of learned behaviors that becomes so ingrained in you that you don't even sometimes know that you're acting that way. It doesn't make you necessarily a bad person. It just makes the construct a bad thing. And to be honest with you, it's a power construct. You know what's going to happen if I get the Coleman name so good? I'm going to keep the Coleman name good. I'm not even fucking, like I always tell people, when we talk about white privilege, I'm not fucking mad at anybody for having white privilege. What I get mad at is the people who don't recognize it. And it's not my fault that you are not good enough, that you were so bad that you failed at it. Because there is a such thing as privilege. As I bring it to my sons have FSU privilege. You will never be able to watch the game unless you're an all-in member or you come with big game. You will never be able to experience an FSU game the same way that my sons can. Did my sons earn that? Fuck no. They didn't do a goddamn thing to earn that. The daddy did. Now, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, he will not earn the second generation of FSU privilege because he didn't work hard enough. But there is a path and there is a door that he has that your kids do not have at Florida State. You want to know how I know? Mike Norvell probably doesn't call your son and tell him happy birthday. Mike Norvell probably will not stop what he's doing to talk to your son at a football practice. Those are just the facts laid out. So I say all this to say is there are, but like right now, if all we're saying is this, right? If all we're saying is this, we're not doing anything to attack the actual problem. We're actually enabling the problem. So if you got it under real authority, who did it, what owners, and why the fuck would they draft him still? And why would they draft Cam Ward as a cocky ass? Cam Ward is so cocky and arrogant, he done got in a fight with a teammate at practice. The shit was hilarious.
Against the
biggest motherfucker. Like, y'all act like Cam Ward is fucking meek. Y'all don't remember what is this? Am I doing it right? Y'all don't remember that? After that's just as much as this. Like, there's never been a time when it's been better to be a black quarterback. Like, we've never had this. I've lived a long time. I've never seen this many black quarterbacks. We got 4 1/4 black coaches. Is it done? Is it truly the just, getting the best guys based upon their resume and experience? No, not yet. But what I'm saying is it's like, if this is true, let's fight it. But what it sounds like is, I want to get some clicks. I want to say something that's a hot take. Boom. Let me sprinkle Shadur and, everybody, I know everybody, because that's just not how the league has worked. And that's just not how, as a coach, I'm not, man, dog, if you tell me I can't pick the best person around to make me better, I'm not doing it. And again, we've seen this work before. We've seen it with Tim. Like, I promise you, dog, it's the same people who's the same argument that Tim Tebow isn't in the NFL because he was a Christian. It's literally copy and fucking paste right now, man.
I don't mind if you have motive, if you have a base of an argument. But right now, all you have is nothing. Just
you're just throwing it because, and you're saying because of his dad.
Trust me, bro.
But, if anything, that would probably discourage them more from doing it because of who his dad is, because it could get found out.
Yeah, I need motive. And then there's instances of collusion. You have journalists out there. Go to a journalist, Pablo.
If you're afraid to really put your name on it, tell them to follow the rabbit hole. That's how John Gruden got fired. Remember? Or sue. Discovery's a motherfucker. It will come out. Once you sue and you say, hey, such and such told me, they bring him in to do a deposition. They ask, hey, we need these text messages and emails and all correspondence between you and NFL executives. And you have to turn it over to the best of your knowledge. And if you say you deleted some things, they will go and use forensics and they will charge it against the account to use the forensics to be able to go and find those old text messages, find the old tweets, find the old DMs, find the old emails.
They're literally doing that right now with the NFLPA and things like this. Just like you say, it muddies the whole thing because you want to get some clicks.
I promise you, if this really happened, you have a great case, and you'll probably be rich because this is what Kaepernick was going for, and everybody else should do. It's just this. This why, as a man who's went through Discovery is a motherfucker. If this really happened, what I do think happened is that people just did not again. And there's years of data to prove this. In a weak quarterback draft where it seems like there are better prospects the next year, right? And you're looking at the guys, because again, in this world, outside of this draft, Cam Ward is not a number 1 overall pick. It's a reason why Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick, is not rated higher than most of the top 10. They do have things that they have dumb rules that they hardline and put in. I 100% agree with it. Is Shedeur playing better than the guys that they drafted before him? I agree. I think he's playing better than Dylan Gabriel at this point. But I just don't think that that happened the way that people wanted to happen.
Right.
Because I think just because we've seen this time and time again. You know what? We'll go back to LeVar Ball, right? LeVar Ball, people say LeVar Ball's dad got him drafted because he was loud and he forced NFL teams. No. LeVar Ball's son's talent got them drafted. He just promoted his sons. And I just don't think from a quarterback perspective, what people saw or the evaluations were incomplete. And it hasn't really been that big of a circus in Cleveland.
No, not at all. I mean, like you said, there was a fight with
Cam Ward. Like, to be honest with you, the stuff that's come out has been pretty cool. I actually like this Shedeur. This Shedeur Sanders has been phenomenal. I just think we thought he was going to be a number one because he was the closest to Deion of his sons. And it just didn't work out that way. And that stuff happens, man.
So we're going to move on from Shedeur to a team that was speculated to pick Shedeur up in the draft, to a GM specifically that was supposed to pick up Shedeur in the draft, Jerry Jones. So Jerry Jones was recently asked about the Micah Parsons process with the new contract on Michael Irvin's YouTube. And so Jerry had this to say about the Michael Parsons situation. The agent, who is David Mulligeta, told us to stick it up our A. And so Ryan Clark actually posted a quick video on his Twitter saying that he reached out to Mulligeta and asked if he said this to Jerry Jones. Mulligeta replied, "I've never said those words in my life." And after that, we have this Michael Parsons, putting TBD in his Twitter bio for his team to be determined. So it's getting real sticky in Dallas, especially with Jerry Jones saying this when talking with Michael Irvin, saying the agent told us to stick it up our A. So, man, James, it's a really messy situation in Dallas. And do you think Jerry is doing what Jerry normally does? Or do you think this is really going to hurt the brand and hurt the record of the Cowboys?
I think Jerry's just being Jerry. And he probably was speaking more of what he heard as opposed to what he, because David is very professional, right? Now he lying saying he ain't never used them words before. I can promise you that David's definitely used those words before, but he probably wouldn't say that in a professional setting. Right. He is very professional. If anything, most professional blacks, I'll say most professional people, but definitely like we have a what do you call it? Respect. We operate in respectability politics. Like, so, and what does that mean? I mean, yeah, it's a lot of black people tell me, James, you can't talk the way you talk. Which is funny because I tell them my president talks like that. So I believe I'm speaking presidential when I speak. Ironically, I've been asked by a lot of people to run for office here in Jacksonville in 2027.
The fuck? What do they know? Crazy.
I told him, like, you want me to do what?
So he could legalize midget tossing again?
Oh, I definitely would legalize midget tossing. Like, we would have all kinds of shit. Not big office. It's just like city council. I don't want to do nothing for real, because I don't want to. They don't come after you. They come after other shit. But, like, Jerry is a billion. But I will say this. Billionaires talk like this because billionaires can afford it. But, like, I believe David probably told him the most respectable way to shove that contract up your ass. Trying to think. Let me see. Maybe Chat GPT will help me. Chat GPT helps everything. How did David McGillicuddy? You say his name so good, Jay. Jaden is the king of pronunciations and shit. What's a polite way to tell someone to shove a contract up their ass? Chat GPT is probably. Here we go. This is probably what he said. We appreciate the offer, but this contract isn't aligned with our values and goals. We'll have to decline. Thank you for sending this over. After review, we don't see this being a fit, so we won't be moving forward. I reviewed the contract carefully. Let's just say it's better suited for someone else, not us. I think this agreement belongs somewhere else because it entirely does not belong with us.
That's the closest one.
The only place this contract fits is somewhere else. Somewhere else that's a little less comfortable.
Wow.
Would he say those things? Yes. Would he tell you that explicit? No. But yeah, just Jerry just don't want to.
It's a demon.
Jerry just being Jerry, man. And you know what this makes us do? Talk about Jerry. And Jerry's whole net worth is based upon him doing that.
Jerry is one of the four horsemen. This man is Jerry. Once he said that thing with Jamie Foxx, I realized,
yes,
okay,
man.
That's the devil.
Yeah, when he said, was it 8.5 inches?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this man's really evil. He's about that life.
We talking about Puffy. When we got this man, we got this man in 4K.
One of our most talented celebrities, no fear. Yeah, talking about penis size.
It's wild.
Definitely wild. And speaking of wild, James, we have a video courtesy of Dove Kleiman regarding referees for this upcoming season. They're going to strengthen their refereeing and they're going to have less leeway for specifically pointing and standing over your opponent. So let's take a look at the video and take a deep dive into the refereeing of next season, or this season, excuse me.
No, nobody's mad that they put a black, like they get mad. Why? I'm mad that they got to put DEI as the voice of this dumb shit.
Why? You don't think he has I haven't heard him.
I'm sure he has a great point, but they don't want black people leading it. I don't want to see this shit for him making the league less fun.
Oh, that's true.
Put the old white man on there that we always, hey, you kids, get off my lawn.
They're
like,
trying to switch the
yeah,
culture.
man, nah, man, don't put that on us. They always put us in the positions like for the bad shit. That's when we need a blackface out there. Get on out there, sir.
Go ahead and jive it up.
Yeah, there's never like this DEI ad. Like, where are the DEI, the woke ass league? This is where I need those DEI and woke comments.
Delivering boring news is a white man's job.
Yeah. All right, my bad.
Things that we've seen, there's just no place in the game for.
It just looks more reliable and responsible.
Things
he gives.
I hate one of them. The
Which
touchdown where the guy was just walking like he was literally trying to get over the guy and he still had his foot.
He stepped over.
Where else is he gonna go?
Walk around, move around, bro. You stepping over somebody is a gladiatorial
You know what?
offense.
If you don't want to get stepped over,
right? I agree.
Don't put yourself in positions to get stepped over. It's just like so. This is so outside of what, like, thank you, Londa. Londa's been listening to this show enough to Londa's just that woman. Because like I woke up, like I put on there, violence is necessary in a violent sport. There's just no part in the game for that. Why would we want violence in a violent sport?
I mean, there's a difference between violence and assault rifle gestures, especially in our country.
I mean, that's because our country doesn't have any fucking rules on shit.
Yeah,
Like,
we
so I
don't
can,
deserve
what
nice
if I
things.
so? But the thing is this: if I did the bow and arrow, is that less violent?
Yes.
Then a bow fucking hurts.
Yeah, but how many you ain't gonna take out of school with a bow?
Well, we're not taking out of school in the damn stadium either.
But I mean, if you're thinking
Those
about
the
it,
people who shoot up schools don't play football.
But
That's the problem.
It's a TV product in America, and America goes through school shootings. You don't want the shield, having guys holding up. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care. I watch horror movies, but I can understand.
When I watch the NFL, here's the problem. None of that shit actually makes the game safer.
No.
Because they're looking for that, but they're not looking for the crackbacks that they actually need to be looking at. They're not looking for the shit that actually causes harm to somebody.
No.
You're worried about the psyche of the 8-year-old that is watching a violent game for 3.5 hours with his dad and his drunk ass uncles that is full of commercials perpetuating hypermasculinity, aggressive behavior, and getting bad bitches for cracking open a Bud Light.
Correct.
So here's where we're going to draw the line. Not the fact that there is 5 minutes of commercials. There's more commercial time than actual gameplay, damn near, which we should be regulating because we can control that. Or how about this? It is not like I said, that's why I say when they tell me there's a gay football player, don't give a fuck as long as he's playing ball. They tell me that there's a womanizer, don't give a fuck as long as he's playing good ball. Don't give a fuck if he slaps the shit out of his wife.
Nope.
Honest to God's truth, I need to know, does he score touchdowns? You know whose job it is to make sure that my child is a good fucking citizen? It is not Jalen Ramsey. It is my fucking job to make sure that my child is a good fucking citizen. And you know what? I happen to want my son to play very fucking violent. This is not Coco Melon.
They only care about
you only care, like, at the end of the day, you know what's going to change this? When people say, line. Damn, this is no fun league.
Right.
I don't want to watch this boring ass shit where they just toss the football back.
Got to protect the shield.
Like, I need them to worry about being capitalist.
Man, speaking as the NFL, we hit CTE. We only care about the bottom line. We don't want the moms mad that the gun signs are going on, or the,
and you know what? It's like I tell somebody, like I told somebody when they had the dude that was pop locking and acting like a cheerleader for one of them teams. I don't go to the football games to watch the fucking cheerleaders. I'm sorry. The WNBA is for you. That's your league. If you don't want gun signs and shit in WNBA, hey, you know what? You're right. I can't tell a woman how to be a woman and how to watch women's sports. But God damn it, I don't give a fuck about your mama watching this goddamn game. I didn't give a fuck about my mama watching the game. I told my mama I remember one time she was appalled at the verbiage that I was using because I said, I got this motherfucker in hell in a cell, and I'm gonna make him my bitch. And she was just like,
trick,
what?
Though, right? Pretending like it's not violent.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really violent game.
But that's what they did.
That's what makes it beautiful. Like, I tell kids all the time when I come in practice, I said, man, this sounded like a really violent pillow fight. You need it. The violence is just, will I be having delusions like my grandmother, who is at the good age of like 87 right now? So she should be having delusions and shit. Will I probably have that at 67? Yes. But the life that I led up to 67 was really, really fucking dope.
Yeah, it's all an image, a fake image thing. They lied to us.
Like, man, I tell my kid, man, if you don't play I'm gonna play the most violent individual. Be a fucking Boy Scout outside of practice.
And I don't even mind the stepping over. What I really want is a dude who got stepped over to get up wanting to fight. Because
personally, I think that would make hockey doesn't get anywhere near the shit that football gets. And you can fight somebody in hockey, and all they're gonna do is give you timeout
while standing on blades,
sharp weapons.
Yeah, but they're white. Come on,
that's what I'm saying. Like when the brothers get in this motherfucker, and start actively trying to be like they have an enforcer. That means they have people on their team who aren't even good at hockey. They're just good at fighting.
Bruh, I seen the dopest clip of a goalie in a pile fighting. The opposite goalie goes to the half court or half whatever ice, and he slaps his stick 3 times. The goalie on the other side moves away from the fight he is, recognizes it's a challenge, and goes straight to that goalie in the half court.
I fucking love it. I wish we could do that. Like, I want to be able to run to the 50-yard line and like do my cleats or something.
Yeah, throw down
dig
your
it,
glove
like dig it, and then the other fullback realizes that, and then he can't hide. Like, ooh,
Yeah,
do you know how
hide.
much that would make the game better?
It's a disgrace if you don't accept the challenge.
Like,
that's why the only other goalie
everybody
ran up.
looking at you like, dog. They should do it like how old wars were fought, right? Like how they started, not Gladiator, Troy. Like, should we do the, like, you could get like instead of a kickoff, you put your best fighter at the 50, and you say we want to challenge, and then what happens is they get 3 minutes max. It could be over before that, but they get 3 minutes max, and then like that's how they pick who gets the ball first.
Ooh, you're making the game better right now. I'm going to show you this. You're gonna love it. Pause it real. It's only like 15 seconds.
Like the only sports where they like be pacified. You know what? This is why nobody watches baseball anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when the guy was telling me about the Negro leagues, that shit would be, oh, and he got number 36 on. Oh fuck,
I
yeah.
didn't even realize that. Let's
Yo,
bring it back. Look at him. He comes. The other goalie's fighting in the pile back over here. You'll see here. Boom. Watch how he gets up. He hears the stick get knocked 3 times. What the hell? Nah, hell nah.
Yeah. He's like, Hector, Hector, you killed my cousin.
And that's how I want it to be. We got to make a rule. Maybe second half.
Yeah, not first half, second half. Like, so if you want to get the ball back, like, yeah.
We send out, what position will we send out?
I don't know. It's got to be lineman so it can be barbaric. Like, to take his helmet off. Just so you know, I thought it was you I was killing, not your cousin. Now you know it's me.
That shit made me want to watch hockey.
Really. The whole underworld would know who you are because you'll die deaf, blind, and dumb. And they'll say, here lies the man who thought he killed Achilles. He's like, when I'm done with you, I'm going to cut out your eyes, I'm going to cut out your tongue, and I'm going to cut off your ears. Like, that's just pop, pop, pop. Like that, man. And then my dog was mad. He was like, bitch, how dare you call me out? Like, bitch, I'm over here. He's fighting. He said, bitch, you really want to call me out, man? Fuck that.
You slap your stick at me.
That's it. That's like Romeo. Yeah. A lot of y'all didn't pass in. Do you dare bite your thumb at me? I dare bite my thumb, but at you, I don't know. But if you want me to bite the thumb, then it's at you. I didn't even know like how they made biting the thumb seem like it was the worst thing somebody could do to you.
Yeah,
like how you bite your thumb? Like 3 stick, pop, pop, pop. Let's roll, bitch.
That was so gladiatorial. Love it. Jesus.
Oh, it was after a big hit.
You want some extra hockey highlights? I gotta watch hockey.
I swear, dog. It's 2 sports that I really wish we would just embrace because of all this other dumb shit.
Right.
Gymnastics, because like we got some incredible guys that be doing something, and our fruit boots probably would crush this shit.
Oh my God. Stop creating new slurs.
I'm just saying it would be gay is not a fucking disability. They would be killing that shit.
I've never heard fruit boots. You just coined that.
And hockey. Hockey is crazy, dog.
Yeah, hockey is raw.
That man slapped his stick 3 times. It was like, bitch, what? Bitch, I know you ain't trying me. I know he said, because I know they say it because they listen to rap, and they say it in rap, and there's no way. And again, this is a safe space. Just don't say it out in public because I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody, right? But what I'm saying is though, like Freaky Friday with Chris Brown and Lil Dicky, Made me more aware of. It's more of the intrigue, and it's such a versatile word. It's just the problem is when we say the word, we saying it about everybody.
Yeah.
Most of the times when the other people say the word, they're really just describing. Except for was it George Wallen? Who was the rock, not the rock, the country singer? Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen?
Yeah. Except for him, I forgive him because he used that shit like really good context. But I know that I said, bitch ass nigga, I know you ain't slap your stick in me.
That's exactly how he came up.
Love that shit. Need that.
So disrespected. He was offended.
Fuck respectability politics, by the way.
Yeah.
We need more. Rome needs her gladiators. We need the violence. I don't care about pull out your stick and squeeze. For all I care. Like Last Boy Scout, hell, we had movies where they pulled out guns in the middle of a raining football game.
Right.
But anyways, my bad. That was funny though.
We used to be a proper country.
This never happened when everybody used fullbacks. Hey, pacified pussies. And I don't like it. I don't like it.
Make America gung-ho again, man. Make America gung-ho again. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And it's funny that you mentioned being disrespected because that's a perfect segue into our Big Games BS section. Cam Newton did respond to Gilly once again. Yes, continuing this feud. And he upgraded. You can just look at the camera quality and look at, man, he's taking this level of petty to the next level. So let's take a dive into this 2-minute and 41-second video of Cam Newton firing RPGs, bazookas, missiles at Gilly the Kid, aka the ludicrous dorker.
Oh my gosh.
I knew when Kim got that award.
He went into all a bunch of personal shit. So what I'm supposed to be the bigger man? No, I'm Petty Murphy, man. As long as you shoot at me, I can shoot back. Cam putting up fake videos, talk about this me dancing in the ludicrous video. Come on, bro.
Petty Murphy, Petty LaBelle. Nice to meet you. But you know what? Petty Cam, stay over there. I ain't even gotta talk with this one. I made a real video, Gilly. Gilly ain't never had one of these. Or this. Thank you, Auburn. Gilly ain't got one of these.
Ain't nobody gonna wear number 2 from here on out because we'll retire your number, brother.
Gilly never got one of these. So you want to ask that question again? What you was doing in 1999? Well, something was twerking. Well, 1999 for me, Gilly, I was dominating in the rec football league, bro. Fast forward 7 years later, bro, I was dominating in high school, doggy. Then I go on to get some more hardware from a shrine, dog. So during my shrine collection, you was trying to rap. But needless to say, brother, when you was beefing with other constituents in that space, I was collecting coins. And I ain't talking about the ones that jingle. I'm talking about the ones that move in silence like G's, the lasagna kind. You know who said that line? Let's not mention him. But he's not no stranger to beef. And with me, keeping it all entertainment and keeping it a dab. Ooh. Not to even do with that, we don't want to ask you what you was doing when certain people was dabbing. I want to ask you this. When I was collecting checks, you was so worried about trying to be tough. Rawr, Nasir. I don't like tough, Nasir. I don't like tough Fard. Oh, man, you can't come to Philly. Don't keep that tough guy talk with me. You should have kept that tough guy talk with, reportedly, Benny Siegel. So, you say you don't want to get personal, but every single time you make a point about your quarterback, respectfully, Jalen Hurts, you get personal with my stats. So I get personal with your career. You have created an amazing platform, but focus on what's ahead, Mr. Nasir, because if you look back, you're going to get distracted and you might get lapped because of what these numbers is doing. I mean, I'm hot right now. Stay in your lane, Mr. Fard. This ain't where you want to go.
Like, he's got a point. One, Gilly's platform, $1 million worth of game. He's beefing with the wrong person. Beef sometimes in entertainment, as far as rap goes, it increases record sales. And no matter what Gilly and Wallow have built up is incredibly impressive.
Right.
They had a $20 million, I believe, four-year deal. But that doesn't just go to their pockets. Obviously that's $5 a year. You gotta do production costs. You have to do a lot of different stuff to be able to continue to maintain that. And I believe they'll get another one, maybe a little bit more. It's very impressive what they have built. It's also very impressive what Cam has built. And Cam already has the bread behind him because of what he did with his NFL career. It's kind of like those guys who always when people take shots at me, they'll say, "Oh, you were either just a fullback or you didn't make it." And I'm like, but I was there. I made you can't compare that to me because, man, all right, let's put this up here. Gilly and Wallow fuck with real guns. I see somebody did something with this to me the other day. That only works in our world. And I'll say our world being the black world. We really think that shit is means something. It doesn't.
Not to private security.
It doesn't. Not to private. 50 Cent got if you want to know what it really means when you got I don't want to say white people because I want to say other cultures. When you're in the 1%, right? And you move like you're in the 1%, you're in a different world. It just happens to be more white people there than others. So I'm just gonna say that. That's why I'm gonna preface it. 50 Cent with what's the West Coast guy who I can't think of his name. No, he managed the game. Whack 300 or whatever. Whack decided that he found out where 50 Cent was staying and 50 Cent didn't check in. He thought he saw 50 Cent at the bar by himself. So he comes up to 50 with his people, and then 50 looks at him and just smiles and does something with his hands. He said the Navy SEALs. These are the surrounded their ass. It's a completely different world.
Yeah.
And you got anybody can get got, but that would also lose money. And this is where I tell people when I learn who's really in the streets or who is really calling shots, is that nobody wants police brought because when guns are involved, police are involved, which means nobody's making money, which means you're no longer going to be able to get invited into some of the spaces that you're invited in if anything ever happens to Cam. Because one thing we do know is that Cam Newton has this. And one thing we do know is Wallow who actually has been to prison, has zero intentions of going back to prison.
Right. They're both way too professional.
Way too professional for that. So really it's all words. But the problem is that Gilly is taking something, Gilly is the one who made it personal. When all Cam did was give an opinion about not believing his quarterback was top 10. An opinion in which a lot of people have had. The problem is with us, we decide to only go at each other and not have that energy consistently for other people. As I told the dude the other day, I ain't been a street dude in quite some time. Personally, I don't give a fuck what the streets say. I do help, but I ain't no street dude. I ain't trying to be no street dude. I'm trying to get money and be out of this stuff. Ain't nothing proud. I got 2 boys. If I get guns in Florida, we have this thing called 10-20 life. You get 10 years for just having a gun when you committed a crime, a violent crime, and you get 20 to life for even shooting it. You don't even have to kill the person. You just got to shoot it. I ain't trying to do that. 10 years, Trey is what? 12. I wouldn't be able to see Trey until his damn last college football game if I'm lucky. And I like free. I don't want to be around a bunch of men having to prove how hard I am and hope that they're not hard from seeing me. Y'all can have those that. If that's what the streets is about and goons is about, y'all can have that because it seems like everybody in a race to go to jail until they got to go to jail. But Wallow's also a very petite individual, and he's 40. He's the same age as me, and without my glasses, I look younger, I believe, but he looks old as fuck. And I think he probably should just not take things so serious.
I think if they keep it entertaining, you could have a iron sharpens iron thing because they're both pretty funny people.
They are. I actually enjoy $1 Million. This is how I know some of Gilly's stuff is like. I think Wallow is the real one. My cousin told me that they were in the streets, so I believe it. My cousin was in the streets until he got his life right. I'll say this: when Gilly said that nobody gets shot in Florida like that,
that's crazy.
That let me know that, brother, we really just watching this for Wallow. This man told young AC that he's in the minority of cats in Florida because we don't have like
he just didn't spend any time in the South. He just.
But what I'm saying is that means you're just not like you're in one area.
Yeah, he's local.
Like we had a whole cocaine cowboy culture in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
But I'll say this, it's a reason why this blew. He went from having Gilly went from having albums that sold thousands. Like not thousands. Yeah, thousands, not tens of thousands, but thousands, to having a platform that blew up when Wallow got out. And that just tells me everything. Wallow, people who have really lost or really been in the game and seen it don't talk. They talk different. And that, again, it's not to say Wallow a punk. I don't think he a punk. I don't think any of that shit. I just think when you hear a bunch of people running their mouth, but he did bring up some points that are bitter. Like I know that hurt because we don't ever hear Gilly. Gilly don't even mention Cash Money like that.
Yeah, not at all. Not anymore.
Which is the real reason why most of us know you is as the alleged ghostwriter for Wayne.
Yeah, and others. That's what you get for ghostwriting. I don't feel bad for none of them. You choose that.
Now, this is true, and this is the sore point, my bad. If the streets really fuck with Gilly like that,
that hurts.
And it hurts. I want to say this, and this is where it really kind of does bother me with Gilly. Like, you were being very transparent and exposed, like when he talked about his son on his podcast and on different things. Like you would think that would have changed the mindset, but it didn't. But like your son wouldn't be on merch. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but like to me, honestly, like that's when you really got to like if that's the truth. Like you're not untouchable because you're still trying to run. And like I said, man, I got friends, I got god brothers, love them to death, but they've all known since college. Don't bring that shit around me.
Frdayyyyy football has been going viral, man. We got some clips we talked about in our previous shows, and man, James, we have some inside footage of a Frdayyyyy football wife. So we got her day in the life of her hubby's game, and let's just say it gives the fans a sneak peek of what this Frdayyyyy life is all about.
Yo, my man got selected for the NFL draft. No, I'm just playing.
She's too good for that.
So, we had to go to 37U route. But y'all, tell me why on the way to this game, we stopped at the gas station and we saw this big, giganto pig. But y'all know this Alabama. And here's my lineman, best left guard in the United States of America. Y'all see he got his GoPro out today. He making highlights out of all y'all. Go ahead, drop y'all's at so we can tag y'all on Huddle. And I'm not sure if it was because he had the GoPro or if he was teed up today, but my man was just balling today. And I mean every play. Never back down, never what. So if y'all want to see a top pick O lineman's POV, go ahead and tune into my husband's page at BCody. But it really amazes me how you as a grown man are fine with being thrown down and ran on top of.
She bad. Whoa.
That's what I'm mad about.
I'm not gonna hate. I just don't understand it.
No, but I'm saying, like, I hope he realizes.
And after the second half, I don't know what happened to the other team. I guess they just lost all hope because, number one, they wasn't even charging Jacoby no more. And number two, why did we get 2 touchdowns in the span of 5 minutes? And why are y'all jumping off sides like that? No one taught y'all how to play football. Like I said a minute ago, they had already lost all hope. So I guess they decided to take their anger out on each other on the sidelines. And they went ahead and called the game.
Niggas ain't about to smoke tomorrow.
And rumor has it that they just went ahead and left the whole league. Like, they're done with their...
That's rough.
Man, brother.
You
There's
got
love
real
there's
love.
somebody for
Yeah.
everybody, dog.
Yeah.
It's real love for everybody, man. Like that's a real. That's Bert, when I was telling Toby, was like, I'm the first. He's like 5 years ago, I was the first person to ever tell him. No, it might have been a decade ago when I told him, I was like, man, these men playing grown man Pop Warner. Like they gotta pay fees. Like they gotta do all the shit that I'm doing. And you know, I don't really get onto it too bad because there are guys that seem to like, you know what, whatever's keeping you sane.
It's a great game.
Like I love the game. I just can't. I've been to the highest of those mountaintops, and I don't want to do it for free. Like, I don't know. No, my bad. I apologize. I don't want to pay for it. Like, I'll pay for my sons, but like if my son comes to me and he's 35 years old and says, "Dad, I need $500 to play in this tackle football league," I'm gonna do like on Snowfall when the dude came back from Africa. Fuck out of here, little nigga. Take that dumb shit with you. That's what I'm gonna tell him. But like, I'm more intrigued by not just the fact that this man got a bad bitch. He's hideous.
Yeah, that's a.
There's like no redeeming. Like he's just big.
Right.
He's fat. He's overweight. He's playing adult rec league tackle football, and got a girl that's probably washing his jockstrap and loving his dirty draws.
I see shit like that. That's why I'll never settle.
And probably makes him a plate, rubbed his belly. And meanwhile, this dude is out here making real good money that come home to stress. Probably does all the nasty shit for him too. Cause you know, like what was Rick Ross' baby mama say? Like fat dudes stink. Like that. And so man, I know she a nut ass freak, boy. Congratulations, dog. This shit just makes you mad, dog. The shit that you gotta go through as a good dude. The shit you gotta go through as a good dude. There's 37 U's with baddies. Can't do it. She does like him though. I like that for him though.
Yeah.
$37 man. They are never giving up on their dreams. And speaking of giving up, looks like Cracker Barrel updated their logo, and FSU fans quickly made this comparison right here. You can see up top, up left-hand corner, they had the man with the barrel, and with their newly updated logo, no man, no barrel. James, they compared it to FSU's old logo versus its current logo. So 2 questions for you. 1, what do you think of the Cracker Barrel logo change? And 2, do you think it's really comparable to the FSU logo change?
I mean, it makes sense. Like when I saw it like that, I'm like, yeah, as I do like. What's funny is somebody put the FSU logo now looks like a white man cosplaying as an Indian, and as the old one looked more Indian, without realizing that's not an Indian in our old logo. That's a white man, the guy who created the war chant. No, excuse me, the fight song. The fight song. He created our school fight song. He's also the reason why Bobby Bowden lost his wins, because it was his music history class that everybody had to do. So, like, let's be for real though. One, they also blame black people. This is a black politician went out there and says this is the byproduct of a DEI and woke culture. He's like, when I lived in Tallahassee, I worked at the Cracker Barrel. I was like, first off, he lying. I grew up in Tallahassee. I've eaten at that Cracker Barrel on Monroe Street.
The Cracker Barrel.
No, it's the Cracker Barrel. There isn't none of that. I've eaten at that one numerous times. You know what I've never seen? I've never seen a black person work there. That man the same age as me. Brother, like, you tell that lie to your pastor. You ain't got to go. Can we read what this man said? I see you got the tweet up there.
I don't know if I want to, because the second sentence it just scared me a little bit. He said, in college, I worked at Cracker Barrel in Tallahassee. I even gave my life to Christ in their parking lot. Their logo was iconic, and their unique restaurants were a fixture of American culture. No one asked for this woke rebrand. It's time to make Cracker Barrel great again.
All I'm saying is this. Cracker Barrel. No, when we had the meeting, because for whatever reason, people think that black people just go around and just ask for this shit. We didn't ask for Aunt Jemima to be changed. We didn't ask for Uncle Ben to be changed. We did ask for the Aunt Jemima thing was and Uncle Ben were a little bit of a minstrel shit. They just went on and blackface is wrong. I'm sorry. Like, he's no way to go about that. We didn't have a meeting and say, man, we need Cracker Barrel to change the fucking logo.
Right.
We knew what Cracker Barrel was and what it always has been and what it's in the fucking name.
Right.
It's why I have used this numerous times. White people know that cracker is nowhere near as bad of a slur as nigga is, because Cracker Barrel was a $4 billion a year institution. You would not step 1 foot in nigga barrel. We went to Cracker Barrel knowing it was antebellum South. We saw the nostalgia. We know what it was supposed to mean. Cracker is a term for Southern living, for poor white people. It used to be a restaurant called Po Folks in Tallahassee too that used to do similar shit. The food was designed to give you that good old antebellum feel. Matter of fact, they used to sit us in the back all the time too to make sure we still felt the way that, hey, this is a good old feeling, just to make you feel the nostalgia. Like, I didn't ask for that shit. Like, you know what? We looked the other way. You know why? Because the hash brown casserole is fire. The pancakes have crispy edges, and you warm the maple syrup. The food is good. The southern chicken, it's fried with love. But you know what? Now it's been going downhill well before the logo change. You want to know why? They never got no hash brown casserole. Every time I go, I want some hash brown. We're out of hash brown casserole. Bitch, that's the whole reason I'm here. Why would you run out of hash brown casserole? It's one of the few things that you got that's delicious. I don't know what their other food tastes like, but I don't really mess with that because I only eat breakfast at Cracker Barrel. But I'm not eating no damn. I don't really do it. I don't. The biscuits are dope. The biscuits are dope too, because they're fresh. But like, what I need in this new society, can y'all stop blaming every change on your code words for black people? We know what woke in DEI means. Just because a coon says it, because that's what Byron is a fucking coon. Just because a coon says it doesn't make it not code for black or black or brown people. I just went to Cracker Barrel a couple weeks ago. And now, you know what? I ain't going in that shit if it's dressed like that to go get some more breakfast. We didn't ask for this shit. We didn't ask for mimosas at Cracker Barrel. I did notice that last time. We didn't ask for you to brunch it up. Like, they got mimosas, bellinis, all that shit. Maple Street got rid of that. Man. No, Gingerverse, they didn't get rid of the hash brown casserole. They just don't never have it available. They're always out of it when I go. But like, yo, again, this ain't on us. Now, I say that. I say this. Target found out the hard way about fucking up. Like, Target CEO had to step down on that dumb shit. You should have bet on black, bro. You got to look at your demographics. When black people look at you as like the bougie equivalent of the poor thing,
yeah,
like you're in a good space.
For real.
You can lose the whites. You don't want to lose those blacks that only go to you because you're a step above Walmart.
And you're not going to lose a lot of whites.
Just be good. All you gotta do is be good. You know what? Starbucks right now can make a DEI thing, and nobody's gonna stop going. Like, you're not gonna stop going to Starbucks. It's pumpkin spice week starting. But yeah, this shit was funny though. Like, I found Christ. Did he go to Every Nation or something? Because that's the church that, well, it's called Go To Church now. But like that's some shit that them guys be doing. And I went there for a little bit, and like, but like, you know, they get, you know, I'm gonna promise you this: Jesus wasn't there. Jesus wasn't at Cracker Barrel, dog. Like, yeah, it's too much, man. But like, you know, hey, like, if my guy Bud put woke as white liberals didn't do this shit. And the community didn't do this shit. And the craziest part about a lot of this stuff is knowing some of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna give you free game by big game. The harder they fight against the fruits, the more of a fruit they are. Look at all the politicians. You got Lady Gaga. What's the dude in South Carolina? That's the closeted one that everybody that's not in the closet for real. It actually is a couple of them in South Carolina. You got the black dude in South Carolina that said he was a virgin until he was 40.
Oh damn!
Just got married.
What?
Because he thought he was going to be the vice president.
When does it say the vice president doesn't have sex?
Oh no, he just a fruit. But you got to get married. You can't. The same thing happened here in Florida with Charlie Crist. Charlie Crist hadn't been was a bachelor for his entire time, but when they thought he might be the vice presidential candidate, his old fruity ass went and got married.
Wow.
But be the hardest person on gays, knowing good and well in your heart that's where you at. Like, we gotta, like, some of this shit is just dumb moves, man. Just dumb moves. Like, this Cracker Barrel thing is a dumb move that was being done before that. Oh shit, it's Friday. God damn it, I'm about to have to. My bad. Now, Jaden, my bad. Fuck this dumb shit. Did he read our email? He hasn't responded to my email though. But Jaden knows what I'm talking. Jaden, go ahead.
Okay.
So if you caught our last show, then you know we would have to come back to this topic. It's funny we talked about Monroe Street because this is on Monroe Street, and it looks like there was no movement on the goal. Yes, Chuck E. Cheese still has 0% in his GoFundMe account.
Damn.
Y'all fucked up, man. Y'all some terrible people, man.
Yep, still 0%. He has a $700 goal still, and Jermell Jones was looking forward to getting some funds in his account. Nobody is helping the rat out. Dang, James. What a world. What a world.
Damn, nobody got love for the mouse?
Maybe he should have gave his life to Christ in the parking lot.
Yeah, went to crack a damn woke mouse. Damn, dog. Not one person even gave $1, dog.
Yeah, not even his mama. It's hard out here.
Yeah, man. Even rats ain't getting love, man. Shit. If nobody loves him, why should I? Like, what I say? I was gonna give him 50.
You don't need to.
I don't really do it no more. If nobody else wants to give him, like, not one person, I would have matched. I don't feel comfortable giving them money because if nobody, this shit's been up here for a minute. Is anybody else even commented?
Oh, damn.
No, it still says be the first to support.
Shit, man. He was embezzling, man. Not embezzling, stealing shit.
From Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
You could go to jail for
No, stealing credit card shit.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, hold on. I know niggas who steal from the job all the time.
Yeah, but like you can't steal. Like he's like for credit card fraud.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, man, so tough.
Stealing tokens and shit.
That is tough, man. And sorry, Chuck E. Cheese. Sorry about that, man. You can still be the first to donate to Jamel Jones to his $700 goal. Just the $700 goal, man. So not a super extraordinary goal. I think it could have been met, but
I mean, if he could work, he would have been able to pay it off. But he can't even earn it now. Is that a 2-week check?
I would hope a minimum of 2-week check.
I mean, at Chuck E. Cheese, I don't know what.
Yeah.
He's getting paid like these days.
Whew, man. But that concludes our episode of Big Games BS today. James, any last words to say to the viewers out there as we conclude this show and as we bring in the weekend?
Make sure you check us out next week. We'll be doing for members in the chat. We'll be doing Alabama preview breakdown of some film. We'll watch. We're gonna watch Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, as a family. We'll probably watch some of the Georgia game too, just to get some clips and some breakdowns of some of the different things that Alabama did in their first year under Kalen Dober, and see what we have coming up for FSU fans. We will also Wednesday show next week. We will be giving away a pair of tickets to the Alabama FSU game. So make sure you go do that. Make sure you check out the tailgate. We'll also be dropping a link on Sunday for fantasy football for the college football pick'em, for the pigskin pick'em, so that you guys can be a part of those different things if you want to. Outside of that, man, really appreciate everybody else for chopping it up with us. We will see you guys next time.